Hey everyone, it's Sula here from MistyHilltops.com, and today I will show you how I'm putting together my December 2019 album. And I used this paper pack from that's called Merry Christmas. It doesn't say who it is from. I got it locally. So you will see I have actually used two paper packs. They're 6x6. So anyway, this is a stringed mini album. This is the cover. I still have pieces to decorate the front, but I think it might be easier if I just started with putting it together before I put some more things on the front. So front and back, I use the same paper, and you see this album has 3 signatures. So one, another one, and the third signature. And this is the back, the binding, and you see it already has holes in here, so this is how this works. So I start by just gluing this to the back side here. It will make the back much sturdier, and so I prefer using liquid glue. I started years ago by using double-sided tape. I found over the years it wasn't the best idea. I have a lot of thinner papers that it just, you see the tape through the paper or the tape stopped sticking. So I went away from using double-sided tape and I went all in with glue. I like this glue. I have to work fast with this glue because this one is actually fast drying. You see me go over the other spots again, and then I have to work fast, but at the same time I can still wiggle around. And so what I'm paying attention to is that the holes in the back line up. So it gives me just enough time to wiggle it around until I have it set in the right places. And then I just stick the glue, stick the paper on the cover. It dries fast, so this is wonderful to see how quickly it already starts to stick and doesn't come off anymore. So this works just fine. And if I open it all the way, which later you won't be even able to open it all the way, it doesn't work well, so I'm trying not to really have it wide open because I want this to stick nicely. So I guess it will open as I work with this a little more, but I can still stick things down later on again. So I'm starting with my first signature, and it goes really easy. Each signature has 4 pages, and they come together. One is an inside setup. Now I hope I can figure this out again. So one is an inside setup, one is the outside setup. All of them should have holes. Obviously the holes, I haven't made sure that the holes are actually poked through. There are the holes for this signature, and sometimes my silhouette doesn't cut very nicely. I made this with my silhouette. I have a 5x5 album on my blog, MistyHilltops.com. You can find it as a freebie. It's a silhouette cut file, and it is the plain album that you then can embellish the way you like. So I'm making sure these have holes. The holes show through as well. There's one here and one there. It might not be very visible on camera, but it is easy. I can easily see it in real life. So I should have prepared that before videotaping this. So here are the holes. And what we do is the following. I should just really tuck them in there that they don't go around. We do the following. We put a string. This signature goes into the first 2 holes of this cover, okay? So I start with the outside because I want the strings to be bound in this place, okay? So in the center piece. You could have it bound outside. I might actually try it this way. I have albums the other way, but I will try to just have it tied on the outside. It might just look pretty as well. So here is the string, which means I will start by pulling it through here. Now I keep my holes really small for this because I know I'm not going to use ribbon or something. So let me see if I can pull it off, or if I need a needle to do this job. So here is the first string. So I start from the outside. I want the tied on the outside, so I start on the outside. If I want to have the bow in the middle, I start in the middle. So now I go through the first half of this, okay? Need to make sure. So it goes through the first, and then I put it through the second, and then I have to go all the way back, okay? So here, and then I pull it right back through this. Now I kept the holes small even in the silhouette cut file because the gusset here isn't really very wide. It's only probably a quarter, if at all. Yeah, it's a quarter of an inch wide, or just a few millimeters, not even 5 millimeters wide. So obviously I can't put holes much bigger than that in the middle here, or it will fall apart. So here now you can see how it starts to come together. So I'm going to tuck this in so it doesn't keep flying around. The pockets are wide enough so that I can put more things in there. Sometimes I have lots of things in these pockets, more than just a journaling card. So the pockets are designed to carry quite some weight. So now I go back through this here, and I can pull it. You can see how it starts to come together, right? And then I pull it through this, this first hole here, and this binds my first signature. Okay, here we go. So now I can pull it tight. You can see here they come out. I can pull it tight. I don't need as much, so I can pull it out again. And then comes the tying. And I want it to be, this is, because this has 2 layers, the outside binding has 2 layers. I'm not too concerned about the holes needing reinforcement. Trust me, I've made these albums several times. You can find them on my YouTube as well as on my blog, Misty Hilltops. Just search for mini albums. So it works. I have done this for years, and these albums are still in good shape. So here comes the first. And then I can, let me make sure it is tight. I want it tight. So where is the beginning here? I can pull it out a little more. I'm going to put it this way because this is on the bottom, so this will be easier. Excuse me. And I don't want them to be floppy inside, so I take a little bit of effort here to tie it tightly. And again, with all my other albums, I have put these in on the inside. This is the first time I'm doing this tying on the outside. Usually I tie them on the inside. It's up to you. If you want to use nicer ribbons or something, then it might really be worth considering doing it on the outside rather than the inside. But if you keep it simple with simple string like I have, then doing it on the inside might be the way for you to go. Okay, so this is the first signature. Okay, then comes the second signature. Here is the second signature, and it goes just the same way. We start by, you can go through either hole, it doesn't matter which hole you go through. We start with one hole, and I will speed this up so you don't have to keep watching me. It works the same way for all three signatures. You can tie them inside and out. This is the album. You can see here, it has a little bit of a mess. Again, you could have this tightly in between each of the signatures. You see in the center part, there is, I should turn it the right way around, there is the string in the middle. Now, if you want this clean one on the outside, you do things the other way. You start from the inside, wrap it around, and come back on the inside, right? So here you can see the inside one. So I guess this journaling card still goes here. And so this is the finished album. I will still embellish it with these pieces here, but you can see now it works really nicely with these strings. Okay. And here, this finishes one signature. This is the center of the second signature, this finishes another signature, and this is the last signature, and it works really well this way. It's a nice book. Gives me enough room to add even some few bulky things in the album, like flowers and things like that. So it's a nice little album. I will link you up with a link to the freebie cut file of the 5x5, and I probably will make a 6x6 one as well, that you then, or share my 6x6 album with you so that you can then download it on my blog, mistyhilltops.com. So this is about what it will look like in the end. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Consider giving it a thumbs up, consider subscribing, and have a great day. Bye.